I want to start with a needle, friends, and I apologize for that, but it is the only way to make the rest of this land. There is a condition called wet, age-related macular degeneration. It is one of the great causes of sight loss in older people, and the standard treatment for it is an injection into the eye, roughly once a month. Not for a course of 6, but indefinitely, for as long as it is working. Hold that in your mind for a second, because a committee in Europe just recommended something that changes it. The European Medicines Agency has a committee with a gloriously unglamorous name, the Committee for Medicinal Products for Human Use. It met from the 20th to the 23rd of July, and in that one sitting, it recommended 12 medicines for approval. It also issued 8 positive opinions on extensions of therapeutic indication, which is the technical way of saying that 8 drugs, already on the shelf, can now be used for more people or more conditions than before. 12 and 8 in 4 days from one room. Now back to that eye. The medicine is called Susvimo, and the agency's own description is the part worth reading. Susvimo is delivered via a refillable implant, the first of this kind approved in the European Union, inserted surgically into the eye. Refillable. So instead of turning up every month to have a needle put into your eye, forever, you have a small reservoir placed once and topped up. I am not going to pretend surgery is nothing, but for somebody currently counting down the weeks to the next injection, that is not a marginal improvement. That is a different life. And there's a second one I want to name, because almost nobody will. Nezglyal, which is leriglitazone, was recommended as an orphan medicine for cerebral adrenoleukodystrophy. That is a degenerative brain disease that strikes children. Now, orphan is the official word for a disease with so few patients that developing a drug for it does not pay for itself, which means that designation exists to solve a specific problem. The market, left alone, does not make these. Somebody has to decide that a small number of children is reason enough. That decision is what an orphan designation is. 2 honest limits, and they both matter. The first is that none of this is approved yet. A committee opinion is a recommendation, and it is the European Commission that grants the actual marketing authorization afterwards. So the correct headline is that 12 medicines cleared a serious scientific hurdle, not that 12 medicines are now in pharmacies. And the second limit is the one that makes the first part trustworthy. That same meeting adopted 3 negative opinions, including one for a pain medicine intended for children. This committee says no. That is precisely why it is worth listening to when it says yes. So that is 12 in 4 days in a meeting almost nobody covered. Last night on this desk, it was the ale, the Hawaiian stilt, coming off the endangered list after 50 years of people counting birds in a marsh. Tonight, it is a committee room in Amsterdam and a list of medicine names you have never heard. Neither of those is dramatic, and both of them are what progress genuinely looks like: unglamorous, procedural, and enormous for whoever happens to be on the receiving end of it. Somebody out there is going to stop dreading the 3rd Tuesday of every month. Tell them. I'm Naomi, and this is Pixel Politics.